Yo, what's up, man? This is Boxing Combo coming at you with some info on some up-and-coming fights, some predictions, some info, and I also wanted to talk about a question I wanted to ask. And also, I've been seeing this new boxing group thing, and I subscribed to both of them, the boxing community group, which I think is it was done by Boxing Historian, great page, and Leave It in the Ring group that I believe it must be 97 Rough and the whole crew. Awesome, very cool thing to be a part of, and I subscribe to both of these channels, and it's for everyone. It's pretty much something for all boxing fans here on YouTube. Anyway, getting to the question. The question is, how many pay-per-views do you think that the Pacquiao versus Cotto fight will sell? I understand it's a very awesome, hardcore fight for the hardcore fans, and very exciting, two exciting, explosive, very entertaining fighters. So I know, like, within the boxing community, this is hardcore fans, this is going to sell very good. I'm just wondering in the general public, you know, how good is it going to do there? Because I understand, man, you can't ask for something better than this fight. But you know how it is, and just let me know how many sales and pay-per-view sales this fight is going to sell. Just write a comment or whatever, you know. Anyway, getting to the fights. November 6th at Las Vegas. Sam Judah versus Adilton de Jesus. Sam Judah versus Adilton de Jesus. Undercard, Joel Casamayor versus Jason Davis. Now, this is pay-per-view. Again, you know, I'm always just kind of criticizing some pay-per-view fights, but it's true. You know, Sam Judah versus De Jesus. Who is De Jesus? At least I don't know him. You know, my bad. Joel Casamayor versus Jason Davis. I don't know Jason Davis. Now, if it were to be Sam Judah versus Casamayor, I know Casamayor is fighting at 135, right? Fighting at 135, but I mean, let's say he moved up to 140. Now, that is something I want to, you know, it could probably be a pay-per-view. Casamayor versus Judah, but it's not even that, so I don't know how well that pay-per-view is going to do. You know, I mean, yeah, Pacquiao Cotto, that's a pay-per-view you want to buy. You know, you're going to have a party. You're going to have a lot of people at your house want to see that fight. Everyone pitching in, you know. But Sam Judah versus Adilton de Jesus, Joel Casamayor versus Jason Davis, November 6th anyway. Also Saturday, November 7th. NIKOLY VALUEV versus David Haye. I'll give you my prediction on that quick. And John Reese versus Adin Sarin in the undercard. And John Reese versus Adin Sarin will be in a title match. So he'll be fighting for a title. I don't know if it's WBA or ABF or whatever, one of those titles. And the David Haye versus VALUEV fight. The thing is, why do people want to fight this guy? This is a giant who never fights out of certain countries, you know, and they're always robbing fights for him, which I don't get. Holyfield beat this guy 12 rounds. I'm talking about Holyfield, an older Holyfield beat this guy for 12 rounds. From what I heard, and I saw that fight, so I can confirm that Holyfield won that fight. Unanimous decision, and he was robbed. John Reese, I didn't get to see the John Reese versus NIKOLY VALUEV fight, but I heard John Reese won both fights, and he was robbed. So, David Haye is going to go to Germany and fight this guy. I can predict that fight. This is what I think. It's going to be a 12-round decision, and probably David Haye, I can understand, will win just on moving around boxing, or just being more active in the fight. But again, they're going to rob the fight and give it to the NIKOLY VALUEV guy, who I wish David Haye would just knock him out. And then we could see David Haye versus John Reese, if John Reese were to win, versus Adin Sarin. That would be good. I don't know what channel, don't know if it's pay-per-view or not, but Saturday, November 7th on HBO, Chad Dawson versus Glenn Johnson, and undercard Alfredo Angulo versus Henry Joe Yorgi. These are both great fights. Chad Dawson, y'all know. Glenn Johnson, y'all know. Even though that fight should have happened a little faster, it's happening now where Glenn Johnson is probably a little older. Well, obviously a little older. My pick, Chad Dawson, 12-round decision. Let's see in what shape Glenn Johnson's in. I haven't seen him since that last fight he had with Glenn Johnson had with Chad Dawson, so I don't know in what shape Glenn Johnson's in. But if he's in good shape, he could probably put up a good fight, or probably do the same thing where he did last time, where he shook Dawson up a couple times. In that fight, a lot of people thought that Glenn Johnson won. So But I still predict Shad Dawson winning a 12-round close, or even probably unanimous decision. Alfredo Angulo, Harry Joe York. Y'all know Alfredo Angulo last fight lost to Kermit Cintron, but Alfredo Angulo very good and young and up and coming star. I think he just needs to improve in certain areas, but I believe he's a very good boxer, and I got him to win this fight. We also have, this is crazy right now, man. Camacho Jr. Now I was talking about, you know, he got his win. He got his unanimous decision. He got his decision win. It went to a decision. He got his decision win over Yodi Boy Campos. Anyway, now he wants to fight Vargas. Y'all know Vargas got knocked out by Trinidad in an awesome fight though, and also got knocked out by De La Hoya in a very hyped up fight. Vargas' last fight, I believe, was with Mayorga, where he lost a decision win to Mayorga. Vargas, the thing is about Vargas, right? Y'all know he was getting heavy. He was getting a little, you know, well, not a little, a lot heavy. But I saw a recent picture of Vargas, and this guy must have been like on 280 pounds. It's very extremely heavy. Camacho Jr., I believe, is fighting at 154. So how is Vargas, being near 300 pounds, is going to be able to come all the way down to fight at 154? I don't know, man. It's really, well, that's the news on that, man. And let me see what's up around here. ESPN, you got some good fights. I'll give you some, you know, I'll talk about that later, I guess, on some other vids. Like I said, Seb Judah and stuff, pay-per-view. Anyway, man, that's my info on these fights, up-and-coming fights, you know, and the question, man, how many pay-per-view sales do you think we're going to get on the Cotto and Pacquiao fight? I might do another video talking about, I did a video already, but I might do another one because I heard the audio on that video wasn't very good. It's just I explained it as well as I thought, that I'm thinking why do another video. Pretty much I have the same thought on the fight, Cotto being a bigger guy, fighting bigger fighters, and Pacquiao being great in his weight class, but moving up to fight a welterweight. I think it's going to be a very tough fight. People are actually thinking it's going to be a very tough fight for Cotto. Everyone has their opinion. My opinion is it's vice versa. It's going to be a very tough fight for Pacquiao. My best bet for Pacquiao is to move and try to get their decision. I know they're going to try to give him the decision win. So my best bet for Pacquiao is to keep on the safe side, never really stop and engage with Cotto, and just take it to a 12-round decision, where I know that even if he's losing, he's going to get the decision. So just try to get the decision. That's a smart move for Pacquiao. Do not stand and fight with Cotto, because I really don't think he's going to take what Cotto has to dish out. You know, I'm not underestimating Pacquiao. I'm a big fan of Pacquiao. It's just, that's how I see it. I think Cotto's going to be a little too strong for Mr. Manny Pacquiao. But it's like they say sometimes, you can't hit what you can't see, and Pacquiao has that speed. I don't think he has like incredible technique, you know, if you see other boxers the way they, but I do think that he's so athletic, and he can move, and he's fast, that he could probably avoid Cotto, and then it's going to be a huge football field type ring, so I think he could avoid Cotto over 12 rounds and probably get a decision. But Cotto is very good in trapping his opponent, so if he traps Pacquiao, I just really don't think he could take a lot of punches from Cotto. But we'll see. I hope at least for a good fight, good entertaining fight. I know it's going to be an entertaining fight. But my bet on that fight, like I said in that video, I think Cotto can win. But Cotto's best bet to win is knockout. Don't let that go to decision, man. Because if it goes to decision, most probable thing you get robbed, because you want to make some more money on some other fights. And I saw that video, man. Just blasting on Money May. But hey, Money May, what they were saying on there is totally true. We don't hate Money May. It's just we get pissed off. You see him talk so much, and he really doesn't want to fight these other guys that are there. But nah, man, no hate at all. It's just you know how it is, man. Boxing Combo, good stuff, man, and great videos here on the whole boxing community I've been seeing lately. And man, let me take a sip of beer with you guys. Y'all know, man, Boxing Combo, get at you on the next one, bro.